Run it up. I cannot quit it. I need it.
It's Madden NFL 23, and our focus is on the Lions' creative quarterback. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Lions and the Dolphins on EA Sports.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Dolphins in our ball game here. Well, this crew, Charles, they've talked to us about wanting to improve their pass offense, which has really struggled this season. But trying to improve it this week is going to be a little difficult because they're going up against one of the best secondaries in the entire league.
So what you're hoping for is extreme overconfidence in that secondary where they gamble a little bit, trying to make a big play themselves. Maybe you can get them on a little play action or a double move or something like that, and still find ways to throw the football downfield.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that's checked down to Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DJ Waddle got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He sets to fire deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So pass interference the call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jennings. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
On 1st and 10, Jennings. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. To throw on 2nd down, Jennings. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
They'll find Williams on the slant. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here's Swift. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jennings. He'll get this off to Swift. And in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. See, it didn't seem like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And on the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. The Lions come in search of win number 9 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, Jennings. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Swift again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25.
So now here come the Dolphins. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Play action, now it's Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Here's Williams to return. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Jennings. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami set to take over.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Tua gonna run again.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Now Gordon on 1st down.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. To Gordon, out left. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, now, but how about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Throwing to start the drive. Jennings. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jennings. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the run, it's Oliver. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman. And he's miles away and smiling. And happy. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown! A 20-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame. Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room. Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Jennings. Open man right side is St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. They juked him. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return.
And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion. They're sitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Tua, the final shot before half. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 24-21, the final score. Let's stay in the AFC East and head a few states down to check on the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. The Chargers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes.
With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Lions, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Taken at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
They'll run the draw here with Swift.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jennings.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jennings finding Williams once more, complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
To throw on second down. Jennings. This is caught by Williams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape for 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Swift is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Jennings. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort
Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The partner, he has carried them in this ballgame throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
He threw touchdown pass number 30 on the year last time he had the ball. We'll look to build on things here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jennings. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Jennings.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. I love the confidence in that. To let their tight end try to open some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. On 2nd down, Swift. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he's going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trait in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to the running game with Swift.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Jennings out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hawkinson. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. How can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Tua going to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
On the return is Williams. Now a hit and a loose football. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jennings got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Operating from the gun. Jennings. It's complete to Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 74 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a first down as well. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
First down, and they go with Swift again. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Swift. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Tua now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. He finds his man. Complete. It's Baker. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
4 yards. 1st down, Miami.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Tua to throw again. And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down, and the Lions will take over. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Jennings. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have a Lions first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. He's been the go-to guy, and they needed a big play there on third down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. From the gun, here's Swift. Dances by him. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds. 126 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on third down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Lions extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Dolphins getting set to go here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And Detroit getting set to go now. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
Elliott now to have the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score.
Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. Miami set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Tua now on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Tua to try again on second down.
Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's Tua. That's complete to White.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Tua.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. First down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense. They took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Lions, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins,